All right. Thank you for tuning in into the Activist Show. Thank you for clicking that button. Thank you for keeping me on your mind. Thank you for wanting to hear the truth. Here we go. Here we go on the Activist Show. All right. Today we are going to talk about getting over the hump. Have you ever tried to do something and you couldn't get over the hump because something kept holding you back? Some money or some a job or a divorce or child support or jail or prison, drugs, trying to beat addiction. It's just trying to get over that hump. I mean, this is what this is about today. This is not Bible study. This is the Activist Show. Why is it so hard for you to get over the hump? Just the other day, I think it was what? Day before yesterday, I'm because I couldn't get over this hump. I'm crying like a baby. Couldn't sleep. Up 4 o'clock in the morning. Pacing around the house. Trying to find out how can I get over this hump. Like a hump, you know what I mean? An obstacle. That's what hump means. So what does hump mean? An obstacle, and a trial, a tribulation, a challenge. Humps can be, look at it as a hill you're trying to climb, a mountain that you have to climb, and how hard it's going to take to get to the top of that mountain. And when every time something becomes hard to us or for us, what normally happens when something hit us that's hard to do? We give up. So I can sit here and really practice what I preach over getting over humps, because I have gotten over many humps, and I'm still trying to get over humps today. So I'm not coming to you as a perfect man, because if it wasn't for friends and people who love me and people who care, it's the Most High God who touched their hearts to care. If it wasn't for Him up there, I would not have been able to get over these humps. So we're going to start out with the hump thing and get ready, because this is the Activist Show. Here we go. Okay, there's a story I want to tell y'all about getting over the hump. Like I was like, I remember when I was in the 6th grade and I was 12 years old, and I wanted to play the saxophone, right? This is a small getting over the hump for some of y'all. But to me, this is a big getting over the hump. I don't want y'all to think just getting over a hump is always a financial struggle thing. That's not the only thing. That's not the only view that we have about getting over the hump. There are some humps that are from kids to grown-ups have to get over to accomplish their goals. I wanted to play a saxophone, right? The alto sax. My mom bought me one. It was $300 back then. That was a lot of money to us back then. So, because we was poor. So we didn't have much. But she would buy me important stuff like that just because she knew I was good in music. So, I wasn't someone who can just pick up an instrument and just play like some people. You know what I mean? So they had two bands. They had the A band and the B band, and there was no C band, right? And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go for the A band. So he taught us how to play the sax and all that. Taught us how to read notes, and then it was tryouts for which band you were gonna be able to be in, either the A or the B. So I practiced, you know what I mean, and I felt like I was good enough. I was just as good as the other guys to me, who was playing the sax. So he started to pick everybody who tried out. I tried out. I felt like I did good. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, that's what the police used to tell me when I used to ride around with warrants and stuff. And I say, hey, man, you going to take me to jail after they pull me over and find out I got a ticket warrant. And I say, man, you going to take me to jail? And they will always say, unfortunately. So unfortunately, I didn't get picked for the A band. I was very disappointed. But he said, don't worry about it. For those of you who are left, there was a handful of us left. He said, you guys are going to be in the B band. And I stayed in that B band until I left that school. It was just the 6th grade. That school only had the 6th grade. Glencrest Elementary in Funky Town, Fort Worth. I was the best B band player. No, I take that back. I was in the B band and then I got promoted finally. I was in the B band for half of the semester, and the second half of the semester, I got promoted in A band. But how I did it was there was a hump I had to get over. I practiced, to me, good enough to get in that A band, but I seen how they was playing. They was really good and together. And the B band was not that good. We was not that good. So I had to get over this hump. How was I going to get over the hump? I came up with like all kind of excuses, like he didn't like me, he didn't want me to be in A band. I mean, he didn't choose me because I was black, I was dark. I mean, I had all kind of excuses. Here's a quote I want you to hear, and this quote came from Tom Brady. It says, stop coming up with excuses and start coming up with solutions. So after a while, I'm like, okay, this was not gonna, all these excuses I kept coming up with of why I didn't make the A band was not gonna get me in the A band. So I had to come up with a solution, and there was only one solution I had came up with, and that was to practice. I like this quote right here. What you lack in talent can be made up with desire, hustle, and giving 110% all the time. I lacked in that talent in playing saxophone and making an A band. But I lacked that. It said with the lack of talent. But with the desire, I had a desire that to where I hustled and practiced. Every day I got out of school, I got on my mama's nerves. I got on the whole neighborhood nerves. I was blowing that horn, man. I was all out of tune for weeks. I mean, I was spitting everywhere. I mean, it was horrible. And after about 3 weeks or 4 weeks, I started getting better and better and better. And after a while, I started playing without the music sheet, the sheet music. I started learning how to play by ear and started going to the church and playing with the choir and stuff. And then it was time for tryouts for the A band again. And he gave us a sheet to read and to play. And I slurred it and I did everything I was supposed to do. Man, and everybody started clapping. Gave me a standing ovation. And I made the A band. I got over that hump because I put in that extra effort. It seemed like I was not going to make it. But I did because I hustled. I practiced every single day for hours until it was bedtime. My jaws was sore. Then the next grade I made it to 7th and 8th grade, they automatically put me in A band because that same teacher had moved to Forest Oak. Then when he left, Miss Walker was there. And she put me in A band and said, you're so good, we're going to switch you to baritone saxophone. So I started playing the baritone sax, the bigger sax, and I was the best. Because I put in that extra work. I had that desire to hustle. So you might not be good in playing basketball or football like your homeboy is, but you're still good. But you're not as good as them. But if you put in that extra hustle and that 110% all the time, you're going to elevate yourself to be just as good as they are. Scottie Pippen is another example of that. He wasn't that good at basketball when he was growing up. They say he said he practiced and practiced so hard every day. He had gained the talent. It become a talent that he got good at it. And got what, 6 NBA championships? Come on, y'all. So I'm saying, so he got over the hump because he put in that extra hustle. He had that desire. You got to have that desire. You have to have that desire, y'all. I like what Vince Lombardi said. This is Vince Lombardi. Vince Lombardi was the coach for the Green Bay Packers. He said this. He said, most people fail not because of lack of desire, but because of lack of commitment. Even though we have a desire, everybody have a desire to do something, right? And we can start doing something. We can start doing, let's check the video, let's check the cameras. We can start doing something, right? I mean, we can just start doing something and what we dream to do and have a vision to do. And after a while, we find out how hard it is. We find out how expensive it is. And we stop doing it. We stop the commitment. We had the desire, but we didn't have the commitment. So people don't fail because of lack of desire. They fail because they stop being committed to that goal. So if you ever want to start something big or small, you have to stay committed with it. You just cannot you just can't just have a desire and then, you don't get up every morning and work on that desire that you have. A lot of us can't get over that hump of addiction. We want to we want to become better and look better, but we can't get over that hump of overeating. I mean, we overeat. We can't stop. We want to get over that hump. We got the desire to do it, but we won't stay committed enough to exercise. We won't stay committed enough to keep walking 2 miles a day at a brisk pace. We won't do that. In order to get over that hump, to lose weight, to look better, or whatever you want to do to look better, however you're going to do it, you have to have a commitment with that desire. They have to go together. So if you ever want to lose weight, if you ever want to, you have to be committed, stay in the gym. I go to the gym periodically. I'm always in the gym. I'm always exercising. Even when I'm not in the gym, I'm stretching or I'm exercising in the house or something. Because I know how important it is to have blood flow. I know how important it is to have a strong heart. And it takes a lot of walking and cardio to strengthen the veins and the organs of your heart, the whatever, and the blood flow to keep flowing really good. It'll be used to you always moving. But it's very hard for me to get up in the morning time. You know how hard it is for me to get up? Or to get up, not even in the morning time, just to be doing my normal routines during the day. And I have a schedule to go walking or to go to the gym at 2 o'clock after I don't work, or even if I didn't work. I might just don't feel like doing it that day. But if I said I was going to do it that day, I normally stick to my commitment. So you have to stick to your commitment. You have to stay committed to get over that hump. Because if you don't stay committed, you're going to fail. You're not going to make it. So, why can't you get over the hump? It's hard for us to get over the hump. You can get over the hump. Brother, I'm telling you, the only thing we got to do is just stop coming up with these excuses and start coming up with some solutions, okay? Don't let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. A lot of times, we let what we cannot do. A lot of things I cannot do. I can't work on cars or draw, or I can't do a lot of stuff that a lot of people I know around me, homeboys I know, that they can do. Just because I can't go to college and become a doctor, or I don't want to be that, or whatever, or however, or I can't play black basketball, and I'm not gonna let me not being able to get into a fancy college because I didn't score a high enough score. There's other colleges I can get in. I'm not gonna let that interfere with me from going to college. Period. There's other colleges you can go to. For example, when I was I was about 12. Well, no, I was 14 then. And me and Twisted Black and his cousin Sean Jackson, we was all in the same rap group, right? So, and we had a talent show coming up at Forest Oak Middle School in Funky Town, Fort Worth, right? So now me and Sean used to always write, and we used to always wonder why Twisted Black never wrote his stuff. You know what I mean? He would never write his stuff down. We would be in the house writing and stuff. We writing our song. We all got the hook and all that. We're like, why you ain't write yours? Man, I don't need to write mine. We'll put the beat on. I say my verse. Sean to say his, and Twisted Black just freestyle his and sound just as good as what we wrote. Even better. I didn't and I couldn't do that. I tried it. I just was not that good. But I did not let that interfere. I did not let that interfere in what I could do. I was the best writer. I was always a good writer. I can write books. I can keep going with the writing part. I didn't let that stop me. I didn't say I'm going to stop rapping because I cannot freestyle like Twisted Black. No, I didn't say that. I continued to write, and guess what? Y'all hear my music. It's on YouTube right now. It's on Facebook right now. All that I wrote. Did the beats, did the music, all of that. Produced it, co-produced it, executive produced it, wrote it, and performed it, rapped it, sung it. So all that I can do. I didn't let that stop me. I didn't let that discourage me and say, well, I'm not going to rap no more. Don't let what you can't do stop what you can do. Okay, we know what you can't do. We know that you can't get off drugs in a drug-infested environment or at your house, because drugs is everywhere. Everywhere you turn to the left, everywhere you turn to the right, there's drugs. You go to the front, you go to the back, there's drugs. Auntie smoking drugs, cousin smoking drugs, your brother in the next room smoking drugs. You don't know how to get away from it because you ain't got nowhere else to go. And this is a house that they have provided for you to stay in, and you got it made like that. You don't know what to do. So, you know you can't do nothing about that. You can't stop that. But don't let that interfere with what you can do to get off those drugs. You can go get some help while you're in that house. And that help might pull you out that house. There's a lot of things you can do to get off those drugs. Stop making excuses and start coming up with solutions. I had to come up with solutions when I was on drugs. What y'all talking about? Don't look at me like that. Like y'all ain't on drugs. See, y'all be taking prescription drugs, the whole bottles, every night. Sit up here and look at me like that. Y'all only want to judge the people who did crack and heroin. What about the ones who all on them muscle relaxers? Them Vicodins, them Exos. That's killing you, wearing your heart out right now. So don't look at me like that. Just because I said I used to do drugs. It's hard to get over that hump, man. That hump. When you get over that hump, how good it's going to feel. I mean, man, because I'm telling you, I mean, when I'm stressed out and I don't know what's going to happen, I don't know how it's going to, where it's going to come from, the blessing going to come from. I need a blessing right now, and it's been months. It was years, and it took what? Almost 20 years for me to get myself right. It took me 20 years to get over a hump. Come on, man, a hump? 20 years to get over a hump? Every day I cried. Every day I tried. Every day I worked hard. Every day I pushed. Some days and some weeks and some months I gave up. I just said, I'm finna have fun. Forget it. I'm finna enjoy this. If it kill me, it kill me. If it don't, it don't. But Yahweh had his hand on me. So I was like, man, you know what I mean? It took me all that time to get over that hump. And then finally, 2024, 2024, I had got into it with a friend. I got put out in that friend's apartment and went to a shelter, and that was the best thing that ever happened to me. That got me over that hump. It took me to make a dramatic move, and I said, I'll never, ever, ever go to the shelter. Man, y'all got me, man. I'll sleep on the streets before I get in there and sleep with them people, man. All them bed bugs and all that stuff in there, blah, 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 blah. Look at me like that, like y'all too good. I couldn't get over the hump for 20 years, and it took me to go to the shelter to get over the hump. I made changes, but no. But I tell you, let me go back some. Before I was put out on the streets and all that. Before I went to that shelter, before I went to there, I had already signed up for CDL school. They said I had to get my GED and high school diploma or whatever, so I signed up for that, and they put me in class. So I was going to class at the same time, going to school at the same time. I was being on my way to the shelter life. So I didn't make excuses like, man, I'm homeless, I ain't got nowhere to go, they put me out, I don't have nothing, you know what I mean, what am I gonna do? I didn't make that excuse. I didn't make that excuse not to do nothing. There was a hump I had to get over, and there was a hump of my financial hump I had to get over, homelessness hump I had to get over, and a jobless hump I had to get over. A financial hump I had to get over. I got over all of those humps. It took me to make a dramatic move. I had to make a dramatic change from what I was doing. You know, the road I was on, I had to get off that road and go on a whole nother road that I didn't agree with. It took me to bite my tongue, to swallow my throat, to let go of my pride, to call that shelter. They said, just go up there, man. Come on. Come on, just come up here. I was embarrassed. I didn't want nobody to see me. And after I got in that shelter, 2025, in 2025, that was the best year that I ever happened to me in my life. I mean, I can name all the humps I got over. You know how long it took me to even do a rap video because of all the trials and tribulations and choices I made, drugs, jail, prison, hustling, trap spots, getting busted. I had to get over all those humps. Every year I went to jail for something. I couldn't get over the hump of going to jail. I couldn't get over the hump of going to jail. Every 3 months or 5 months or 6 months, I'm in jail. So how could I get over the hump of going to jail? I had to make a dramatic decision to not disobey the law to the point to where I would go to jail. Yeah. Sometimes we still drink beer in public when we ain't supposed to. I'm talking about really breaking the law. I stopped doing those things. I had to make a dramatic change to get over that hump. Stop driving crazy. I had to make a dramatic change of getting over that hump. That's what what you have to do. We have to get over the hump so we can move to the next stage. Man, I mean, like, I was trying to purchase something one time, and it cost $250 to get it. And when they said that I wasn't approved to get it, I was not able to get my $250 back. Now, back at that time, I did not have any money on me. And do you know that they didn't give me my $250 back because it was written in very little words that there's no refund from this deposit right here. And man, do you know, I'm gonna tell you something, it took me forever to get over that hump. I had to borrow, I had to do this, I had to do that for $250. I worked my ass off just to get back on track. You have to make a dramatic change. You have to do something. You just can't sit there and say, man, what am I going to do? And just let it hit you and eat you alive. You have to do something to get over the hump. You have to go by faith, and faith without works is dead. We're going to turn on some air. Faith without works is dead. So, when you want to accomplish your goals, we can't make excuses, right? We have to come up with solutions. Don't let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do. Y'all can do a lot of stuff. Y'all are very talented. This message is for everybody. It's for black, white. It's for the tribe of Judah, the house of Israel. It's for the Americans. It's for everybody. You can, look, I'm going to tell you something. Do what you can do. Don't let what you cannot do. We keep looking at our friends, our neighbors. We're looking at everybody else, all these people we know who we grew up with businesses and doing stuff. That's not what you do. Continuing to dwell on what they do will cause you to let that interfere in what you can do. So don't let that interfere in what you can do. What can you do? You can do a lot of stuff. You're very talented. Right? So, we got that out of the way. The difference between the impossible and the possible lies in a person's determination. That's a good one right there. I like that one right there. Okay? We're gonna stick with that one right there. In fact, on that one right there, we need I'm gonna tell you something. We need to apply on that one right there. Because I'm gonna tell you something. The difference between the impossible and the possible lies in a person's determination. So what you think that's impossible, like you might say, man, my health, it's impossible for me to get a business going because of my health. It's impossible for me to support my daughter in ballet classes and going to all these competitions and traveling with her and all that because she's just 12 because of my health problems. I know a lot of people who have health problems and go to all their kids' functions because of their determination. I'm going to tell you something. You might think it's impossible to do something, but it's possible if you're determined enough to do it. I needed a whole lot of money at one time, and I got it. I thought it was impossible. I mean, all the paperwork, everything I had to do to get it, the channels, the second, third parties, and all that. But I was so determined. I stayed on the emails. I stayed online. I stayed online, on the internet, day and night, working with these people trying to get this money. And guess what? Because of my determination and my commitment, I got it. I finally got it. Yeah. So don't you look at me like that. You can get over that hump with your determination. Right? Really? What I'm talking about right there. You have to be determined to get over the hump, y'all. You have to be determined. So we're gonna go to the next quote right after this break. Okay? Getting over the hump. What's up, brother? Appreciate that. King, what's up, King? Yeah. All right, y'all. Okay, now, so where are we at? We are on, let's get to the, okay, that's not it. All right, there we go. Okay, so getting over that hump. Getting over that hump. That's enough applause. I don't need no more applause right now. Y'all calm down. Calm down. Okay. So now, a lot of us can't get over the hump is because there's always this it seems like every day we wake up it's that same curse, it's that same obstacle. And it's hard to get out of it because work gets in the way, kids gets in the way, and all these bills get in the way, and it's like, how can you get over this hump to become who you want to be in life? How is it possible for you to get over this hump to accomplish your goals? Some of y'all say y'all use the excuse that you have too many kids. Some of us use the excuse that we have too many jobs or we work too many hours. We're too tired. Well, some of us use the excuse that we're just too tired. Let's just say that. A lot of us use the excuse of we don't have time, and that's the number one excuse. But I'm here to tell you that you do have the time. I can name a whole lot of stuff I got accomplished with very little time, but you have to be precise, you have to be effective and efficient with it and committed. In order to get over a hump that has been in your way almost all your life, you have to make a dramatic change in doing something different. You might have to sleep in your car and go to Hollywood like Steve Harvey and Whoopi Goldberg. I thought about many times of just giving up all these troubles and just taking off with my music and going somewhere. But we got social media now. You can shop your music right here on your desktop. But I'm just saying, work and kids and all these bills and stuff, and you ain't making enough money. That's another hump. They don't pay us enough to get over these humps. We try to get over these humps and our jobs don't pay us enough. So what do? Do you continue to work at that job? No. You either ask for a promotion or you get another job eventually. And my job promoted me. I didn't ask for it, I got blessed. But it's going to get me over the hump. With more money so I will be more comfortable Because after I pay my bills, I have a little bit more money left over. I gave my best. A lot of us give our best. I mean, we give our all and we still can't get over the hump. We still can't get that dress shop we want. We still can't get that t-shirt shop we want. We still can't get that motorcycle repair shop that we wanted. We still can't get our music going. We've been trying to get a video out for 50 years and ain't got a video out yet. We've been trying to do shows, trying to get a rap going, ain't sing songs. It's been that long. It's been that long. And I'm like, and so it's like, and you still have not got over the hump. So it's gonna. You have to, first of all, there was times, man, where I just felt like, look, I gave my all. I mean, I'm finna lose. I done gave my all and I still have not won. I still can't win. These are the words that I say to myself when I give my all and I still don't get no good results. Has that ever happened to you? Well, I gave my all many, many times. Many, many times. I like the quote right here by the Chicago Bears coach right here. Nobody who ever gave their best regretted it. When you give your very best, I never regret that I gave my all. I never regretted it. I was disappointed that I didn't get the outcome that I wanted out of it, but I never regretted it because I gave my all. I went through every channel to the point where I got no sleep to where I almost passed out because I was so tired. I gave my all. And guess what? When you give your all, there's always a blessing at the end of that all. I got a blessing. I got the money that I needed. Yeah. When the Most High God see you trying to give your all, heaven sends down blessings. It's an energy, a connection. It's the way it goes. It's designed that way. Life is designed that way. Give it your all and watch what happens. Give it your all and watch what happens. Control what you can control. Don't worry about what you can't. Someone told me that the other day. I like that. That was J.J. Watts, y'all. J.J. Watts from the Houston Texans. So what you can control, right? I like what he said there. That was a good saying. What you can control, what you can control. Don't worry what you can't. No. Control what you can, sorry. Control what you can control. Don't worry about what you can't. I like that. That's a good one right there. Yeah, I like that. I was told that the other day. I was all just boo-hooing and bitching and kicking everything. And damn, just like, I gave it my all and it still didn't work. I'm just like, dog. I'm like just stomping my feet. I'm just going crazy. You know what I mean? And somebody said, well, ain't nothing else you can do when you give it your all. You gave it your all. You gave it your best. What else can you do? What can you do if you give it your all? When you give it your all, it's going to get you over that hump. It got me over the hump because a blessing came again. Yes, sir. I gave it my all. Don't worry about what you can't control. Stop stressing when you give it your all. It's good. It's okay to stress when you didn't because you know you didn't give it your all. So don't stress. Beat yourself up. You didn't give it your all. It ain't no need to complain though, cause you the one didn't give it your all. I'm giving it my all now. I'm tired. But I'm giving this my all to show y'all things that has been given to me to help those who need this. I'm giving you my all. There's a blessing at the end of giving it your all, okay? Amen? This is not church. But amen. Okay. So, I like this right here. This is it right here. What you lack in talent can be made up with desire, hustle, and give it all 110%. This is the big one right here. What you lack in your talent and all that you've been trying to get over the hump to become this book writer. And you just can't get over that hump because they want $300 to get you started, or it's going to cost you out your own pocket to get your own stuff started. You only got a job that's paying you enough to pay rent, house note, and all that, and you can't get over that hump. You're watching everybody else get books out. Somehow they're getting over their humps with ease, and you, for some reason, got a curse on you to where you can't get over that hump, and years is passing by. Now you're getting a little bit more tired. You're giving up on yourself a little more. More and more every day. And now it's about like, it's just sitting in the shelf in the closet now. Your books that you wrote on paper that's not published out yet is just sitting and dust is collecting on it. And you're unhappy. You have to get on your hustle and desire no matter what nobody else say. Do it on your own until you get enough out to where people will support you. Because people going to look down on you and say, man, you ain't going to do nothing. Them books ain't going to do nothing. That song you got ain't going to do nothing. Put it out. It's easy. Put it out. Get it out there. It took me to not have new clothes. For me, it took me to get my family to agree with me that I can't buy them nothing until I get these 16 videos out. I was on a mission to get 16 videos out. And for years, I could not get nothing out because I had too many bills, too many obligations, too many bad choices I was facing. So finally, I said, I'm going to have to get on my hustle. And the desire wouldn't go away. I said, I'm going to have to get my 110%. And get on my hustle. Because the desire was still there. It's still here now. And I said, what am I going to do? I'm going to have to go broke. Every dime I make, I'm going to put on my music. And I did. I did it. What? Woo! What y'all talking about? Huh? Yeah. Yo, mom. I did it. What? Yeah. I did it while I was suffering. What? I did it while I was suffering. Still suffering. Still facing obstacles I don't know how I'm going to beat. There are humps in my way. I got the IRS hump, child support humps. I got so many humps, y'all. Oh my God, that I have to overcome. I'm talking about these, I'm not talking about comfortable. These are uncomfortable humps because IRS, I owe the IRS. A lot of us do. And I have to, how am I going to get over this hump? How can you live comfortably owing the IRS? Every dime you get, they're going to take it. That's a hump. It's in the way. It's nerve-wracking. It's nagging. Somehow I got to get over that. How can I do it? I'm going to have to get a payment plan. I'm going to have to work an extra job. I'm going to have to get it consolidated. Something. But I just can't sit. I have to let my determination drive my hustle. Getting over that hump. We can get over the hump, y'all. When you get over it, ooh, it be feeling good. I mean, golly, man, it be feeling good. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. But I'm gonna tell you something. We all can get over the humps that's in our way. With the help of the Most High God, Him on our side, with our determination, our ambition, with our visions, our dreams. You ain't gonna go nowhere if you ain't got no vision or dreams. With all that we have in front of us, let that lead the way. And those things that you have will get you over the hump. Okay? Until then, thank you for tuning in to the Activist Show. This is a motivational message. This is not Bible study. It's just something I want to throw at y'all so y'all will know how much I care about y'all getting over this hump, accomplishing your goals, fulfilling the visions that the Most High God gave y'all. Thank you for tuning into the Activist Show. Until then, peace out.